Together with Earle Sports Bets, yeah, the twins, they be checking in. Stacking up, green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, it's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle, and I will be joined here by my brother in just a couple minutes. But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we have, 5 hockey games, Monday Night Football, and then 11 NBA games. So entirely too many NBA, but it is what it is. Quick, we'll recap yesterday, and we'll head into today's card. Let me get out my bets down. I feel like NFL is about break even, but the NHL went 1-3, which ended up, I believe, costing me the good day. Nope, I take that back. NFL went 4-6, so NFL was not a good day. The over in Carolina, Atlanta was terrible. That was just a stupid play. Houston plus 3.5. Houston plus 150 comes through. I got Cleveland at 2.5. That came through. Patriots plus 9. Come up 1 point short of covering that game. The money line sprinkle was no good either. The Rams minus 6.5 was a winner, and of course, that game I had entirely too much invested in. That cost me the winning day. The Dallas Cowboys. The money line, the team total over, the full game over, all went wrong. So that wasn't fun. 4-6 in the NFL, 1-3 in the NHL. I end up taking the under 6.5 in Chicago, Vancouver. Washington, team total over, full game over, which all those lost, and then the Vegas -1 came through at the end of the night. So not a good day, but it is what it is. We'll move on to today's card and today's slate, but we'll head into the chat and then we will get started with the card. We have Asai saying, "What's up, brother? I'm interested to hear your take on the Wild game. I think this is a winnable game for him." Yeah, well, that is the second game we'll be getting into, and we have the Detroit. But we will be kicking it off here with the Detroit Red Wings and the Anaheim Ducks. Minus 220 for the Red Wings. Total 6.5 in this game. Let's shift over here towards the games here. We have this game opened up Detroit minus 214. It's up to a Detroit minus 218. The line opened up at a 6.5 minus 106. It's up to a 6.5 minus 107. So a slight move towards the over and a slight move towards the Stars in this game. Or the Red Wings, my bad. Wrong game. Red Wings. Let's take a look at the cash flow for this one here. As we have 85% of the tickets, 79% of the cash is on the Red Wings. Makes sense. 73% of the tickets and 33% of the tickets, 75% of the cash, though, is on the under. Yet this line's creeped towards the over in this one here. Taking a look at my projection, I have this game. I actually have this game projected pretty close to where I would lean Ducks. The one thing that really concerns me is the Ducks are on a second half of a back-to-back in this game, which I think could be one of those things that just keeps me off of this one. The Ducks have been really struggling as of late. They've lost 8 of their last 10 games. They are coming in off of a very nice win against the Devils yesterday out of nowhere, 5-1. They beat the Devils there. On the flip side, we have the Detroit Red Wings coming in, losing 2 in a row, 4 of their and 5 of their last 6. So definitely a team I'm not looking interested to lay minus 220 with. But do I want to take the Ducks is the next question. And I don't know. This matchup history has a decent record of draws. 4 of the last 5 meetings between the Ducks and the Red Wings have needed more than 60 minutes, which is kind of interesting there. So maybe I'll lean towards the draw in this one here, but I don't think I'm going to be getting to this one at all.
Good morning. I'm not going after this one either. I don't really see a reason to want to go after it. This is a Ducks team that's been really rough. They've won 2 games in the last month. And those 2 wins were against New Jersey and Colorado. Huh. Fascinating. And there's some games they're not even covering puck lines. But I'm not touching Detroit. I feel like Detroit's going to go through a little bit of a lull, like a down period for a while. I do think that they're going to start struggling and drop a little bit in the standings. I'm going to stay off of this one. Maybe a lean towards an over, but I didn't need to get involved.
Fair. Back to the chat. I'm needing to set things up for today.
What? All right. What did you get to?
Just I think it was just the first comment, right? Yep. That's Markel first. Yeah.
Yo, what's up, Markel? Quack in the over. I could see the over in that game. Over is a sharp play due to Hostile giving up tons of goals, and Husso gave up 6 goals to the Sharks.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
I definitely don't want the Red Wings.
No, I'm not laying with the Red Wings for sure.
No. We'll move on, though, to a game that I think I have absolutely no interest in. The Pittsburgh Penguins are hosting the Minnesota Wild. -120 favorites are the Penguins. Total 6 in this game. Let's get into this one here. We have Pittsburgh opened up as 119 favorites. It's now, or -117 favorites is now up to -119. So a small move towards Pittsburgh. Line opened up at a 6 at -110. It's now down to a 6 at -108. The only cash flow we have is 57% of tickets and 75% of cash on Pittsburgh. The line moving slightly towards them. My projections for this game have Pittsburgh around that -125, -130 range, and this total around a 5.8. So slightly towards the under, slightly towards Pittsburgh in this one here. Looking at these two teams, this has been a series dominated by the Penguins. They've won 8 of the last 9 meetings between these two teams. Minnesota coming in on 3 straight wins, back-to-back shootout wins. And on the flip side, we have the Penguins coming in off of that 7-0 loss. I mean, the only way I can really look in this game is Penguins, I think, when it comes to the side, just based on you just lost 7-0 in the previous game. That's definitely something where I can expect you to try to bounce back after that. Maybe a draw in this game. But Minnesota has played back-to-back games that have gone extra time, and Pittsburgh has played 4 of the last 10 that go to extra time. So maybe a draw in this game. I may look towards that, but this game is probably just a hard pass for me. I can't get Pittsburgh right, so I need something like a decent motivation to bet Pittsburgh games, and this is not it at the moment.
I kind of lean Minnesota in this one. I know that Pittsburgh's coming.
Oh, it's going to be Nedeljkovic. It's going to be Nedeljkovic. I just got a notification for Pittsburgh.
Oh, fun. I was kind of leaning Minnesota in this game, but I ended up getting to nothing in this one. Just because Pittsburgh is coming off of a 7-0. So, maybe look towards an under. I know it's dropped. I see 6s. I see some 5.5s. I can see this one going under the total because the 5.5 tells me that much. Gustafsson has looked a lot better as of late, and I kind of lean that way as well. But I'm not sure how much hockey I'm going to get to today. I think I like one play today, and it's in the last game.
Fair.
Real quick, Nick, unplug your mic and plug it back in. I was just having a little bit of noise. You're fine. What's up, my guys? Let's get it. Let's cash today. Hit the like button, people. Show some appreciation, subscribe, and share. Tim A, lots of NBA. Let's find some value. Let's do it. Full NBA slate. Nothing better besides football. Okay. Penguins offense has been slow. Wild's defense looking like top 5, and Gustafsson save percentage has shot up. Yes. Pass. Hard pass. What's that noise? Yeah, it was Nick's mic. It's good now. Magic Mahomes wins again. Only 6 more wins for Kansas City to be champions again. 6? Okay. I'm not sold on them. I still think that Baltimore and Buffalo are better. By the way, Nick, did you hear the news from Baltimore?
Well, how bad was it?
Knee injury. He's out for the year.
Damn.
I want to fade Minnesota, but I can't here. Fleury is is more likely than Gus. Esom.
Yeah, I need to know the goaltenders for this matchup.
This one's a little bit of an interesting game.
Yeah, this is one of the 2 games I've actually moved on for today's slate. I've moved on this one and the last game. We have the Winnipeg Jets and the Montreal Canadiens. We have the Jets as minus 210 favorites in this game with a total of 6 in this spot. Taking a look at the line history in this game, where this line's really risen. The line opened up at a 214. It's actually up to a 235 now. Big jump in the line for Winnipeg. The line opened up at a 6.5. It's down to a 6 in this game as well. It was how long was it 6.5 for? It was a 6.5 for actually a little over 12 hours. So I just didn't get to it in time for that 6.5. I wish I did. 80% of the tickets, 89% of the cash is on the over. Less than 800 tickets tracked in this game. So not much I can go off of for this game. Here, my number had this game more projected at a 5.5. So I ended up taking the under 6 in this game. I got under 6 at even money for this one. This was one of those games where, I would maybe lean towards a Winnipeg team total under as well. Looking at something along those lines. But for me, it's just a stay off spot at the moment. Or not a stay off spot. It's just an underplay for me at the moment. And then team total under 3.5 is kind of interesting as well. So I would lean lean towards that direction as well.
I was kind of looking towards the Jets today. Is it Hellebuck or is it? Should be Helly, right?
Mm-hmm.
When Hellebuck has played, they've won their last 5 games with him, and all of them by the puck line. And I looked at this. Montreal is coming off of a nice win versus the Islanders, 5-3 win against they're not a division rival, but it's an Eastern Conference rival. I think it might be more of a letdown spot for the Habs. I like the Jets. I would take their puck line. I think I saw plus 115, plus 120 area. I'm going to take Winnipeg today, Nick. Thank God it's Monday. What's that supposed to mean? Not a lot of games today? My guy, ESP, good morning. Good morning. 3 weeks left in the season. They need 3 to win in the playoffs, Tim. So 6. Okay. I don't think they win the Super Bowl, but good luck to you. Under in the Montreal game.
Yes.
Sure. Yes, sir. Habs and Ducks, surely at least one pays for both. Yeah, it would. It would. Pod DK Metcalf over 69.5 yards at plus 120. Okay. Jets have better goaltending, defense, and offense. What is there to think about here? There isn't.
The line is too wide.
Fair enough. I'm leaning Jets. Hellebuck has been good in goalie, getting scored on 2 goals per game. If you like the puck line, would it be over then? No, not entirely. This game could easily be 3-1. So, no, not entirely. Got 2 more hockey games left, Nick.
Yeah. The Dallas Stars minus 185 favorites against the Seattle Kraken. Total of 6 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot. Line opened up at a 190. It's down to a 181. Line opened up at a 6 at minus 115. It's up to a 6 at minus 116. So the line has moved slightly towards the over, and it's moved towards the Kraken in this one. Here we have 93% of tickets, 99% of the cash is on the over, but also less than 1,000 tickets tracked. So I'm going to stop looking at that because it doesn't matter. I had this game with the obviously the Stars as a favorite in this game, but more like a minus 155 favorite. So not there's no value on the Stars in this matchup here. This line I have this game projected at a 5.86. So I would look at this game slightly towards the under for me. But once again, not something I'm particularly looking to get involved with. Seattle actually has 8 overtime losses. And both these teams have gone to overtime in 3 of their last 10 games. So something to look at maybe as a draw in this game. Let's take a look at what that is. Kraken and Stars. Plus 350 for the draw. I'm definitely very interested in that. I'll look towards probably adding that as well. So lean Kraken and lean draw for this game for me. Don't know if I'm going to get involved with either, but that's just my leans at the moment.
I kind of was leaning Kraken too. As a little bit of a road dog, I don't know if I can trust him. And I don't mind that draw because they've gone to overtime. They have at least 8 overtime losses this year. They did win a shootout against the Islanders. It was an overtime game against Tampa, an overtime game against Detroit. So they've been to 11 overtimes this year, the Seattle Kraken. If they make the playoffs, that's why. How many points do they have? Kraken have 28 points and 10 wins. That's crazy. I kind of lean Kraken. I kind of lean the draw with you. Probably maybe an under, like a 2-2 type of game, in my opinion. But this is a Kraken spot for me, Nick.
Fair. I saw something kind of interesting. They tried this last month with one goaltender, and it didn't amount to an NHL contract. But this would be hilarious if it did. The Hurricanes agreed to a free agent tryout contract with Aaron Dell.
Oh, dear God.
Please, 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 please. Back to the chat.
Yes. Strong day yesterday, but I still can't win a primetime game. Went 14-5-1, 0-2 on the Jaguars game. Yikes. Wanted the Stars, but I don't like the number. Kraken are the Islanders of the West. Overtime losses. Love it. Line moved on the Wild. Plus 105 to minus 105. Okay. This game is going over head-to-head. They've been hitting the over except the last game. So they've been more of an over history. Cool. What up, brothers? Good freaking luck today. 5 units, or half a unit on the Sixers, minus 10.5. Half unit on Embiid over. And the over 10.5 rebounds. Over points, over rebounds. As much as I hate to say it, if the MVP is given out right now, it's the clown winning it. Had Jets 60 minutes, but first the Habs upset Jets on the regular. I'm going to the Penguins game today. Lady friend got tickets from her job, so I got to bet the Penguins game somehow. Take the draw and have fun with it. And hope to see overtime. There you go. Take a draw. Give me the Kraken. Their goalie has only getting scored on by 2 goals. Wedgwood has been getting scored on by at least 4 goals per game. Okay.
Yeah, I kind of
trust the Kraken and don't trust the Stars to puck line. That's fair. Final hockey game today, Nick.
Yep, and this is the other one I moved on at the moment. Florida Panthers and Calgary Flames, minus 120 for the Panthers, total 6.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot where we have this line opened up at a 145. It's down to a 120. I don't like the look of that because I did move on Florida last night. Line opened up at a 6.5 even money. It's a 6.5 at minus 102. great. I don't like this at all. 71% or almost less than 1,000 tickets left. Bet in this game. So never mind. I don't care. My projections had the Panthers more like along the lines of 155, 160 in this game. The Panthers for me are bet on. For the and the Flames not as much. And I get this is the last game of a West Coast road trip for the Panthers, but on the flip side, it wasn't a successful road trip. They've split out 2-2 so far. They beat they beat Columbus, got shut out 4-0 against Seattle, got shut out 4-0 against Vancouver, and beat the Oilers 5-1. So it has not been a successful road trip here for these Panthers. So they should look to try to end this road trip on a positive. The Flames are coming in off of a win in their last game, 4-2 against the Lightning. Previous to that, they lost in a shootout against the Wild and in overtime against the Golden Knights. Previous to that, they lost to the Avalanche and the Devils. They beat Carolina, lost to Minnesota, lost to Vancouver. I like the Panthers in this spot. I think this is a reasonable price here for the Florida Panthers with the goaltender advantage with Bobrovsky versus anybody at the moment. So that Calgary has, whether it's Vladar or Wolf, I'm fine with it here. So I'm on the Panthers, and that's one of my only two plays for the day. Is just Panthers and the under in the Jets game for me. I'm not a huge fan of this card.
I'll say I kind of lean the opposite direction. I was kind of looking towards Calgary. To me, this just looks like a weird line. We got a Florida team that is 18-10-2. It looks like a real legit contender. And on the opposite side, we get a team that's 12-14-5, and it's a pick'em. I know it's in Calgary, but I just feel like this line's a little bit too short, in my opinion. So I would kind of lean the opposite direction. But I'm probably just going to stay away from this game, Nick.
Fair.
Flames dominate the series, but I got the Panthers minus 120. Markstrom hasn't played in a good while due to his precious finger. There you go. I'm really going to the window with Penguins draw. Rivers Casino is about 5 minutes away from the Igloo or whatever the island Penguins ice called. Yeah. Hey, that's just where we would lean in that game. So have fun. Quinnipiac. Did we have any place? I didn't even check this today.
I haven't even looked.
We got. Oh wow, that's a nice one right there. Hold on. Who's that? That's going to be. Okay, that's going to be our best bet. All right. Quinnipiac. We have at a 1.67 in favor of Quinnipiac. So that would be our lean is them. Over in that game. Good morning. By the way, cashed 4-0 yesterday. Panthers money line, Browns -2, Dolphins -7, Chiefs first half, solo over 12.5. There you go. Markstrom is likely for tonight, by the way. He was lifted from IR Sunday.
Okay. Yeah. Then I'm still fine with it. Markstrom hasn't been playing in a while.
All right, let's head to the NFL Monday Night Football, Nick.
Yeah, we have the Seattle 3-point road favorites, total of 45 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this matchup here, where we have Philly. Oh, they're up to a 3.5 now, which is kind of interesting. Look ahead line 4.5, opening line 3.5. It got down to a 3, and it's back up to a 3.5. Now, if you want the 3.5 with Seattle, you're paying -119 juice, but you can get a 3.5 now. Look ahead line 47, opening line 47. Now the line is 45 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot here, where we have, there we go, 78% of the tickets, 85% of the cash on the Eagles. The lines move towards the Eagles. 70% of tickets and 79% of the cash is on the under. The lines move towards said under here in this spot. And I do like the under in this game here. We have a Seahawks team that at this 45 number would be playing more towards the under as of late. They are 2-2 over under the last 4 games, but 3-1 to the under 45. So on the flip side, we have the Eagles coming in off of giving up at least 33 points in 3 straight games. I expect them offensively to step up in this game. And when you look at this game, this is definitely a step down in competition when you look at the offense compared to what they played with Buffalo, San Fran, and Dallas on the last 3 games. Now they get Seattle, which that offense it's an okay offense, but it's not San Fran, Dallas, or Buffalo. So I see this as an under game. I like the under 45 in this spot.
Seattle outright. This line's kind of telling me everything because I saw this one open up at a 4.5 area, and it's now a 3. So I definitely think this is a what do you call it spot for me, a Seattle spot. They are my final contest pick for this week, which if I can get Seattle plus, I believe it's 3.5 on the contest. If I can get that, it will be a 4-1 week for the contest. So that would be nice. So that's where I'm going in this one. Is I have Seattle as a contest pick.
All right, there you
go. Back to the chat. I'm going to be putting up plays up on the site.
Sure. Where do you leave off?
Shows 9.
I need to do that. I need to do my NBA.
Here.
We did NBA. Not yet.
No.
That's gonna be the next game. No. All right, nah. Markstrom sucks. He's been hurt, so I would need him to prove it to me. Yeah. No worries. Regardless, at least I know Penguins will be interesting. Whatever I pay for dinner tonight, it's exactly what I'm putting on the Penguins draw. Good luck. That's probably going to be a nice plus 300 or something like that. Grab Eagles -2 when it opened. I got Eagles plus 3.5 and under 52.5 in a boosted. There you go. Morning, gentlemen. Morning, untouchable. Duquesne -3.
Duquesne. Kind of leaning Duquesne, but didn't bet it.
Yeah. Had a solid day after a few crappy ones. Saints /under, Ravens /under, Capitals money line /team total under /full game under. Yeah, I'm pissed that I took the team total over full game over for that game yesterday, that Capitals game. I ended up live betting a little bit on the Capitals, but wasn't enough. Seahawks +7 and lock it over. There you go. Also, that Poopy Wizards first half cash, full game, not so much. Yeah. Tim, there were much shorter Eagle numbers several days ago. Eagles -2 widely available. Well, Tim took the Seahawks, so.
There were?
No, there weren't. I didn't see any.
I never saw any. Let me look. Hold on. I'm going to go. I want to see what it is for Pub Sports. Like the contest picks, because that's the circle lines.
Mm-hmm. What's good, Lovers of Sons?
No,
Little Rock and Tarleton. Yeah, I don't know. Tim, you're the college basketballs.
Oh, sorry, Little Rock.
I don't have that spreadsheet up. I'm trying to set up my NBA spreadsheet.
0.15 units, 0.15 points of value on Little Rock, so it's not a play or not anywhere close. And then Tarleton is the same deal. It's a 0.27 points of value on Tarleton. So I'll tell you, none of those even came close for us betting it.
Fair. Are you able to continue with the chat? I'm trying to get up my my NBA numbers for today.
Okay. Heard starting. I took unders. Okay, that's fine. I would take unders too. Anytime Tim sees an easy deal, he finds it suspicious and goes the other way. That is correct. because Vegas has big shiny buildings for a reason. DD's in reg today, boys. Detroit and Dallas. I do not like Detroit. NFL slate's very interesting. It's 5. Yeah, it was all right. I agree with the Seahawks pick. Too many uncertainties with the Eagles lineup. Plus 320 for the Penguins draw. Hell yeah, sign me up. Get it, dude. Jalen Hurts questionable. Is he?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, DK had Eagles -2 at the beginning of the week. I was pulling up PSR to see what the contest pick number was for it. It was 3.5. I never saw any 2s, but if you saw 2s, then cool. I'm not gonna say that you didn't, but I never saw any 2s. Wild puck line. I kind of lean the opposite way. Red Wings and Stars both under. Going to be ugly to play for me. Ugly for me. That's fair. Penguins starting their backup line seems fishy. Okay. Knicks, yes. Montreal.
I would lean Montreal. That line just from a numbers perspective looks too wide on Winnipeg.
I lean Jets. I like the Jets puck line. Jokic masterclass after the OKC debacle tonight. I could see Jokic having a big game, but I always see Jokic having a big game. Let's head to the hardwood, Nick.
Yeah. We have the Cleveland Cavaliers against the Houston Rockets here to kick off this slate. Getting in my number now. There we go. We have this game. Let's get up the line history. Let's switch from football to basketball. As it's loading, there we go. We have this game opened up at a 5. It's down to a 4 for Cleveland. So a move towards Houston in this spot here on the road. Open up at a 215.5, down to a 215. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game here, where we have 55% of the tickets and 59% of the cash is on Cleveland. Yet, but this line's gone from 5 to 4. And we have 60% of the tickets and 64% of the cash is on the over. The line's moved up towards the over here in this spot. Let's take a look at, and it's a Cleveland at -4 for this game here. Let's see. I see about 2.5 points of value here with the Houston Rockets. My number for this game is about a 1.5 for Cleveland. So I do see some nice value here with Houston. My question is, whenever I do have a discrepancy in my lines, is there an injury that we need to know about? Anything along those lines? If not, I'm interested in Houston in this game.
It won't let me log into my DK to figure out the injury report. Hold on, I just gotta click buttons. Cleveland's always banged up, so that's not really anything new.
So it would be more of somebody on Houston banged up because my numbers show value on Houston.
Houston. No, nobody's. Oh, hold on, has he been out? He hasn't played a game all year, so no, nobody significant is out for Houston today.
Okay, I'm probably going to move on to Houston then. You write down that as a potential play would be Houston in this game. I want to take a little bit deeper of a look after the show, figure out a few things.
I'll say I don't really like to bet Cleveland games. For whatever reason, I can't. There's certain teams I just can't get right. So instead of trying to go after them, I just give up on the team. This Cleveland team, I bet their games like 3 times this year. Although I did have Atlanta last game and it worked out nicely, but I would, I guess, kind of lean towards Houston. They've been one of the bigger covering machines this year. 16-6-1 against the spread, but not anything I needed to get involved with.
Fair enough.
Back to chat.
Go for it. I'm trying to get my numbers ready for the next game.
All right, college basketball can be put on weight then.
Okay.
Probably they face Hurricanes next. Who does? Oh, Penguins do?
They do?
Jokic better than... Yeah, I agree. I still think Jokic is better than Luka. Cavs minus 4.5, then doubled up when it went to 3.5. I don't know if I would necessarily have doubled up when I saw that, but whatever you plan on doing. Rockets in this spot, definitely. Maybe. Cavaliers have so many injuries. Yeah, pass. Rockets cool off spot. I mean, it could be, but we'll see. I wanted the Cavs last night. I don't know though. I wouldn't touch the Cavaliers right now. The Penguins play the Hurricanes next. Would that be the second leg of a back-to-back after the Vegas Golden Knights game?
Maybe.
Rockets away and back-to-back. Stop it. Get some help. That's the only reason why. Oh, yeah, they are on a back-to-back, Nick. I forgot about that.
Okay. So that may halt my enthusiasm on that.
I may just do D-Mitch for 30. Maybe the under. Yeah, I don't mind an under in Cleveland game. You have to actually watch the Rockets consistently to understand this is a Rockets spot. The Rockets win. Maybe. Oh, that's like 3 days from now. I know, right? Let's go to this game, which I immediately crossed out.
You immediately crossed out. Yeah, we have the Chicago Bulls and the Philadelphia 76ers. Sixers minus 11, total 227.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot. Where it opened up at a 10, it's up to 11 for Philadelphia. Line opened up at a 229, it's down to a 227.5. So a move towards the under and a move towards Philly in this game. We have 89% of the tickets, 96% of the cash is on the Sixers in this one here. The line has moved up towards the Sixers, though. 29% of the tickets and 74% of the cash is on the over, but yet this line's dropped, which is kind of interesting there. My number for this game is Philly minus 13. So I do have a slight lean towards the Sixers in this game. Is it enough for me to bet it? I don't know. Probably not. I feel like I would want a little bit more of a reason to go after, other than just 2 points of value, to go after a double-digit favorite that's very public. So this is going to end up being a pretty simple stay-off spot for me in this game. Pass. Yeah,
it's I mean, I will say I might have bet a double-digit favorite today, but it's not Philadelphia. It's not Philadelphia by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not interested in these two teams. Complete stay away from me. I will be on the next 3 games, though.
Fair enough.
Okay, sorry. Hard pass, too dangerous either way. Fair. We eat chicken cheesesteak instead of cheesesteak because I don't eat steak. Philly, baby, Philly. Go ahead, have fun. How much do we need to talk about this game, Nick? This guy just jumped. I got a good line. Yeah, I got 240.5.
I was gonna say I have a wild gesture on the over.
What? How did you know?
Just a one of those shot in the dark type of things. But let's get into it. Clippers and Pacers in this one here. Clippers 3-point favorites. Total of 245.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history. Line opened up at a 3. It's still a 3. Line opened up at a 241. It's up to a 245.5. So a big move towards this over. No surprise. I feel like every game is moving heavily towards the over here for Pacers games. We have 70% of the tickets, and only 32% of the cash, though, is on the over in this game. 74% of the tickets and 91% of the cash is on the Clippers in this game here. And I still have to punch in my numbers for this one. So I'll let you break it down. I'm going to quickly punch in my numbers for this one, and then I'll let you know what my number is for this game, and then I'll go from there.
Over. I got it at 240.5. It's up to 245.5. I'm just gonna keep riding Pacer overs. That's just they're just the highest scoring team in the league and the worst defense in the league. So this is just a overall spot for me that I just keep betting Pacer overs until they stop hitting. And they haven't stopped hitting yet, so I'm going to keep betting them. So go ahead, give me that Pacers over once again, and we'll ride with that.
There we go. I did not mean to click that way. My number for this game shows a little bit of value towards Indiana. I have this game around Clippers 1.5, which actually kind of piques my interest towards Indiana here. I know it's not the greatest of value when you look at off of the numbers, but with the public all over the Clippers and this line just chilling where it is at 3, I'm seeing some 3.5s pop up. I mean, it's really not moved. It's moved a couple cents towards the Clippers, but with all that money coming in on the Clippers, I'm shocked that it hasn't really moved. I'm seeing 3.5 on Caesars. Where it's gone from 2.5 to 3.5. So I guess that one makes sense. But like all these other books, it's not really okay. That one moved from 2 to a 3. So it's just been bet online that really hasn't moved. So I'm gonna look a little bit deeper into this game. I'm kind of interested in Indiana in this spot.
Okie day. Over, yes. Clips, Pacers, Clips, Halliburton, questionable. Western Kentucky. What is Western Kentucky doing today?
Playing in the Toastery Bowl.
Oh, that's college football. Under.
Yeah, I didn't bet anything for that game yet.
I still think Pacers get it done without him. Public all over the Clippers does worry me a bit. Clippers show no thanks pass, and then a yo from Mr. Joe Kryptonite. Let's jump into this one, Nick.
Yeah, we have the Minnesota Timberwolves. They are at Miami for this game here. Wolves 1.5 point favorites in this game with a total of 217 in this spot. Putting in my numbers for this game as we speak. I'm behind on the NBA right now, so
yeah, I noticed you're good.
So that's definitely something I'm trying to get figured out. But did I punch in the numbers? Okay, I punched in the numbers wrong on this one. I'll get to that in just a second. I'll set the table for this game. I'll let you break it down, and I'll punch my numbers in. Let's take a look at the line history. Line opened up at a -2 for Minnesota. It immediately went down to a pick'em, and now it's back up to a -1.5. So still a slight movement towards the Miami Heat, but there's been some buyback on Minnesota. Line opened up at a 220. It's down to a 217. So move towards the under in this game as well. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this one, where we have 81% of the tickets, 78% of the cash is on the Timberwolves. The line has kind of moved in a U shape there. And it's 57% of the tickets, 69% of cash on the over, but yet this line's moved towards the under in this spot here. I will punch in my numbers and I'll let you know what I have for my numbers for this game in just a minute. What's your thoughts on this one?
I'm on the Miami Heat. I got it at 2.5 last night. It's down to a 1.5 now. This game just screams Miami to me. I think that the fact that the 19-5 Timberwolves are only a 1.5 favorites kind of tells me everything I need to know. I think the books are still kind of just I don't know if they're not with it or whatever the deal is, but the fact that this line is so close tells me Heat. Also, you look at the Heat; they've won 4 out of their last 6, 3 out of their last 4. They're starting to play better basketball. Granted, the last 4 games have been Bulls, Hornets, Hornets, but I think the Heat have it are definitely they're not the better team, but I think they win tonight. I am on them plus the 2.5 versus Minnehaha.
Yeah, this one is kind of confusing because my numbers have Minnesota as a 5-point favorite. Do they have any injuries we need to know about, or are they playing back-to-back, something like that? Because I think Minnesota's the easy play in this game. And maybe I'm just but the market's kind of telling me no because all the money, all the tickets coming in on Mini, but yet this line has really not moved. If anything, it's moved slightly towards the Heat, which is kind of concerning for me, which is probably enough to keep me off this spot. But my numbers say this should be
Edwards questionable.
There it is. All right, I was going to say this number says smash spot for Minnesota, but the market says not so fast. So this would be a stay off spot for me. I have a couple spots I have circled that I'll look at, but I wanted the T-Wolves in this one here, but not with this market.
No, I am on Miami.
Yeah.
Texans with a never in doubter, correct?
Oh, easy.
A 6-game win streak clips versus 3-game lose streak, including getting blown out by Wizards. And Ty, he's on the Pacers, questionable, easy Clippers spot. I don't know if that's an easy Clippers spot.
Was the Pacers' last loss against the Wizards?
Washington.
Oh, that makes me. Oh, I'm definitely betting the Pacers in. Definitely betting the Pacers in. Coming off of that game, yep.
No, sorry, they're coming off of a 18-point loss to Minnesota.
Oh, so they've gotten blown out back-to-back games.
Yeah.
All right, sign me up.
Under lean Heat. Got T-Wolves money line boosted. Good luck. Ducks, Canadians, Wild, Flames, all money line. Good luck. Neither team to score 20 in Monday Night Football. I could see that. Over 20. I'll take a 17-14 game for sure. Hey, morning, Twins. Morning to everyone. Morning to you too. Anthony Edwards, game time decision. 19-17. I would be all right with that too. Absolutely not. Joe, Canadians are the only one I slightly agree with. Oh, well. Yesterday was amazing. Texans pick. I put all my money. That was an amazing Texans pick. I put all my money on Titans and lost a 25-legger. Ouch. Getting wild with on a Monday. Have fun. No, watch you later. My fault. Pick some parlay. I got you. I wouldn't bet against the Clippers right now. They in get back mode. They could be, but even stupid CBS staff selected Titans. Yeah. That's a problem. House always wins, so fade the public. Oh, yeah, Titans and Falcons blew it. Only split on those games. Just the unders. Sides were frustrating. Sounds it. All right, Nick, I normally don't do this, but
they're that bad. The Atlanta Hawks are 11-point favorites, total 245.5 in this game. Let's get into this one here. Quickly typing in one of the numbers. There we go. All right. We have the Atlanta Hawks and the Detroit Pistons here in this spot. We have this line opened up. Wrong book. This line opened up with the Hawks as 11-point favorites. It's moved slightly towards the Hawks, but still at 11 on Bet Online. Some books opened up at a 10.5 range. So line has gone up towards the Hawks. Line opened up at a 243.5. It's up to a 246. So the line moved towards the over here as well. We have 37% of tickets and 87% of the cash on the Pistons. So sharp money coming in on the Pistons, but when does it feel like it's not? 88% of the tickets, 99% of cash on the under, but yet this line's moving up. So they have no fear in this under money at all because they just continue to bump this total up. My line for this game is around 12.5. So I don't see too much value in laying it with Atlanta. It would be Atlanta or nothing for me. Something tells me the over is probably worth a look just because of the way the market's acting towards it, where they see all this money coming in on the under, but yet they've bumped this line up a few points. Not enough for me to get involved with it. I have a couple plays written down. Don't know how much I'm getting to because I am low volume when it comes to the NBA. So, but it's a pass for me in this game.
Yeah, I took the Hawks. I normally don't. I don't lay double digits usually. Sorry, Lenny, your Pistons suck. They are 2-24, and you look at their last 6 games. Their closest game they had was a 8-point game against Indiana. Other than that, lost by 14, lost by 32, 8, 18, 32 again. 32 again. Like, this team is getting blown out every single game. It's not even particularly close. Everybody says, "Oh, it's a bounce back spot." Yeah, they
got to win eventually, right?
They got to win eventually, right? No, October 28th was the last time they won. I look at their schedule. Hawks, loss. At this point, Utah at home, I still think that might be a loss. 2 losses against Brooklyn. They play Boston, Toronto, Houston, Utah in Utah, Golden State, Denver, Sacramento. The only time I could see them winning the next game, maybe, is at home versus San Antonio. Just because San Antonio is that bad. But this team might not win another game for a long time. Hawks, I got 10.5 on this one. And I normally don't lay big chalk like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember, I think I mentioned this a couple of shows ago with the Pistons, but I just want to put this in perspective for you, how bad the Pistons are. It's December 18th, all right?
Yeah.
Baseball ended on November 1st.
Yes, and the Diamondbacks and the Rangers both have a win since.
I don't know about the Diamondbacks, but the Rangers money line, Texas Rangers money line, not New York Rangers playing hockey right now. Texas Rangers money line has cashed more recently than the Pistons money line. Yeah.
And by the way, if they continue at this pace that they're playing at, they are projected 7 wins this year. That would be the worst win percentage in professional sports, other than the Browns and Lions that went defeated in football. Yeah. That would be the lowest winning percentage. They're getting blown out again today. Team total, -15. I don't blame you. Pistons finally getting the win today. Man, how many times have people said that one? No. Going to donate some more of my money to the Pistons organization by taking the money line. Don't do it, dude. Come on. Hawks in the over. Hawks, yes. Lean Pistons, but no. Don't put your money on that. Pistons first, no. Leaning over, sure. LOL, sorry, not sorry, but the Pistons are shit. They are. Pistons are not a professional basketball team. Now, I will say, if anybody goes and asks, "Oh, who would win, the Pistons or the best college basketball?" It's the Pistons all day. So let's not get into the discussion of who would win certain games, a college team or the Pistons. It's always
last time I knew, and let's just say it's UConn for this example. Last time I knew, playing teams like the 76ers and the Bucks and the Celtics are a little bit tougher strength of schedule than North Carolina and Butler and like that.
Pistons gonna win a matchup against a team of their division and very favorable one. Maybe.
I mean, it would be probably someone like the Jazz.
Hawks team is the worst covering team in the NBA, correct? Eagles winning today. No, Seattle wins today. Let's keep rolling. This one I stayed away from. The next 2 I stayed away from.
Yeah, we have the Charlotte Hornets and the Toronto Raptors. I mean, I feel like it's pretty simple, right, Tim? We just bet the money line parlay of all the double-digit favorites and we move on, right? It's that easy, right?
No.
Okay, damn it. I thought this sports betting thing was supposed to be easy. Total 225 in this game here with the Raptors as 11-point favorites at home. We have line open up at 11. It's still an 11. Line open up at a 226. It's down to a 225. So a slight move towards the under and no movement on the side. We have 62% of the tickets, 91% of the cash is on the plus 11 with the Hornets. 75% of the tickets, 95% of the cash is on the over in this game here. My number for this game was an 8. Kind of think there's some value with the Hornets here on 11. A little bit. Will I be taking would I take the money line? No. But the Hornets kind of feel like they're in one of these spots where what did we see last from Charlotte in this game? Now I get it. We look for bounce back spots for good teams, not bad teams. But
they lost by 53 points.
Yeah. Don't you think they'll have a little bit better of a showing here?
No.
Against a much weaker competition with the Raptors rather than the Sixers?
No.
I'm interested in the Hornets plus 11, especially after getting their ass whipped by 53 last game.
I'm not interested in doing this. And because you know me with dogs, if I'm going after one of the dogs, there is 5 double one, two, three. You don't
have to go after all of them.
I would have to go after all of them.
No,
and I'm not. No, because I know the moment I bet 2 of them, one of the ones I don't bet will end up being the one that wins. So,
pain in the ass.
I'm not betting any of them tonight because I'm going to be on the Hawks. So this one's a stay away once again. I see the number, I cross it out, I move on. And it's that way with this one, with the next game, and then the Kings game. I have no interest in any of those. So I'll end up being quick. I've got it, fellas. Pistons will win before the end of the year. Brooklyn, Boston, Toronto will randomly lay an egg for Detroit. It'll be Toronto that does. Hornets plus 11.5. Good luck, dude.
I like the Hornets.
Yeah. Beat Raptors a few games ago. They did they? Interesting. All right, let's go to this one.
Oklahoma City Thunder, 10.5-point home favorites, total of 229 in this game. Taking a look at the line history in this spot here between Memphis and OKC. We have there we go. Line opened up at an 8, it's up to a 10.5. So a big move towards OKC in this game. Line opened up at 225.5, it's up to a 229.5. So move towards the over here as well. My number for this game is a 10. So I think that this line is about correct. Quickly, the line history in this one here, 80% of tickets, 69% of cash is on the Thunder. The lines move towards the Thunder, so it all makes sense there. Public a little bit on OKC in this one. 62% tickets, 51% of cash on the over. It's a stay off spot for me. No interest.
I will say this could be a look ahead spot for Memphis, and it's not because of who they play tomorrow. It's who's going to play tomorrow. John Morant's back tomorrow from his suspension. So this is their final game without him. I'm not interested in going after it. I will fade the Memphis Grizzlies tomorrow. So Pelicans will 100. I don't care what the line is. Pelicans will be one of my bets tomorrow. Just letting you guys know now. I have nothing involved in this game. I'm not laying 10.5 points on the Thunder. Although I like the Thunder, I don't trust them to cover this big of a spread. So not going to be betting the Thunder today.
Fair
enough. Thunder minus 9.5. ESPN bet gives some of the friendliest lines, especially. There you go. Knicks or nothing. Yes, I'm on the Knicks. Let's head to this one, Nick.
Yeah, the Dallas Mavericks are at the Denver Nuggets. Nuggets 7.5-point favorites. Total 238.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot here, where we have there we go. Line opened up at a 4 for Denver. It's up to a 7.5 now. So a big move towards Denver here in this spot. Line opened up at a 237. It's up to a 238.5. I'm assuming some type of injury is resulted in this 3.5.
It's not an injury on the Dallas side. It's the fact that Murray, Gordon, and Caldwell Pope are all probable now today. They were questionable or doubtful earlier, so they're all going to be probable today. So that means they're probably all going to play.
32% of the tickets, 79% of the cash on the Mavericks. The players coming back resulted in that line move. My number for this game here was Denver -5. So I do see some value here with the Mavericks, especially with this massive line move. The Nuggets are coming in off of a loss last game, which does make me a little bit nervous about backing the Mavericks in this spot. And Denver doesn't lose at home other than last game, apparently.
They've lost 2 at home now.
Yeah. For me, it's Mavericks or nothing. It's Mavericks or nothing for me, but it's a no play at the moment.
I do think this line's a little bit wide. I'm not going to touch it, though. I'm not in the business of trying to fade the Nuggets at home. I don't think that's a smart idea, although 6-6 against the spread at home. So you'd be even either way. But I'm not in the business of doing that. I'm not laying 7.5 points on the Nuggets right now. I don't know if they could obviously win this game by double digits, but I'm not too interested in going after that. Maybe look towards an over. If the Nuggets have their guys back, they're going to run a higher paced play style. So I could easily see this one going over the total, especially with how Dallas shoots as well. Keep in mind, Dallas is heavy reliant on the three-pointer. So if they're not hitting it, that could definitely affect the total. But I would lean over, but I'm not going to play anything in the Nuggets.
I have a decent amount of interest in the Mavericks at 7.5. Not as much. Oh, we lost Tim. Oh, there you go.
It kicked me out for whatever reason. I don't know.
There you go. I have a decent amount of interest in the Mavericks. I'm going to take a deeper look into it. But at 7.5, I'll probably be on Dallas, just plus the points. I think the only money lines I'm really looking at, because I don't see the Hornet. I mean, I probably should be sprinkling the money lines because my theories say that if you like this spread, you lean the money line as well. So probably I'll get down with some Hornets and Mavericks money line as well with those two. But I have 4 dogs written down in the NBA I'm kind of interested in at the moment.
There you go. Back to the Chenik.
Okay, give me 2 seconds. Let me finish putting in my last game.
It's either Brooklyn or Toronto because Brooklyn look ahead to Bucks. Toronto, slight travel spot coming off the big Celtics game. Maybe. I don't know. Lady F, another great day yesterday. No betting today. Okay. Luke and Joker both over points. Sure. Over. There you go. Luka double-double. Doncic double-double. Jokic triple-double. And Joe hates me. So he's on the Mavericks. I'm kidding. We got 3 NBA games left, and I messed up on the site for this one. I'm a little bit annoyed with myself. And I can't change it now. I noticed it this morning.
Yeah, we have the Brooklyn Nets 4-point favorites against the Utah Jazz in this game. Total of 233.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history here between Utah and Brooklyn in this spot. As we have line open up at a 4.5 down to a 4. So movement towards Utah in this spot. 231.5 the opening line, 234.5 the line now in this game. Taking a look at the cash flow in this game, we have 43% of tickets and 85% of the cash is on the Nets, but yet this line's moving towards the Jazz, which is kind of interesting there. And then we have 69% of tickets and 88% of the cash is on the over in this spot here. My line has this game at Utah or at Brooklyn minus 4.5, 5. So no line value here with this what do you call it game? With this Utah game. The market's kind of telling me Utah. My numbers are saying there's value on the it's half a point of value on the Nets. It's no play for me here.
Yeah, I'm a little bit annoyed because I gave out Nets last night on Balling Out, and I looked this morning and realized I clicked Utah, not Brooklyn. Nothing I could do about it. So I got Utah on the site.
Oops.
Yeah, whatever. No, I mean the Brooklyn's gonna end up winning and covering tonight. But I like the Nets in this one. I'm mad at myself for messing that one up. And I put them up last night, so I can't have it deleted now. So I guess I'm on Utah for this one.
I think Utah could be the look in this game. I'm not betting it, but
I'm hoping it was a happy accident.
Yeah.
So back to chat. I'm quickly putting together the member-only card for anybody who's interested.
Yep. Luka and Jokic points over. I could see that. I'm definitely and I can get 8 on Bovada here with the Mavericks. I think I'm going to move on that after the show. Oh, you already went on. Okay, Jazz money line. I could see it under Jazz first half. Well, you made the right call there, Tim. Yeah. Jazz, but pass. We'll move on. 2 games remaining on this card. Kings 12.5-point favorites, total of 247.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this one here, where we have this game opened up at a 11.5. It's up to a 12.5. Line opened up at a 245. It's up to a 248. So a move towards the over and a move towards the Kings in this spot here. 81% of the tickets, 62% of the cash is on the Kings. Lines move towards them. 83% of the tickets, 99% cash on the over. Lines move towards it. My number for this game, 11. So slight value on Wizards. No interest in this game.
It's a double-digit favorite. I'm off the game. I know I'm on the Hawks on the earlier portion, whatever. But I pass on this one. So, I'm not gonna. I don't like to waste time on games I have no interest in. So, complete stay away for this one, Nick.
Fair enough. Back to the chat.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Kings team total over. Just need D-Fox. I mean, the Kings should score points tonight, but all right. Final game of the day, Nick.
Yeah, we have the New York Knicks and the LA Lakers in this spot here. Lakers 4-point favorites, total of 234.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot where we have click. There we go. Line opened up at a 4.5. It's down to a 4. Line opened up at a 230. It's up to a 234.5. So a move towards the Knicks and a move towards the over in this spot. 68% of the tickets, 63% of the cash on the Lakers. Yet the line is moving towards the Knicks. Makes me very, very interested in New York here. 83% of tickets, 85% of the cash is on the over in this spot here. My numbers have the Knicks around a 1.5-point dog. So the Knicks will be making my card here. Knicks plus the points in the money line will be making my card. And that's where I'm looking at for this game.
I am also on the Knicks. If you didn't know, Nick, this is the Lakers' first home game since the in-season Nobody Cares tournament. And they're raising a banner for it. So
come on.
Yeah, kind of pathetic, not gonna lie, but let them have fun. I like the fade banner raising, so it works out nicely for me. I'm 100% on the Knicks.
Fair enough.
The Joker triple double has no value and it's -105. It's not going to be plus money, more like that. No, I could definitely still get to plus money, but I got the Wizards live line last night at +7.5 and cashed it. Nice. Wizards first half and the over. I wouldn't touch the Wizards right now. Lakers just got blown out by the Spurs. Shouldn't y'all be on the Lakers here? No, I think the Lakers are garbage.
The market.
It's them. It's their first game back after a very, very long road trip. So I don't think it's a good spot for the Lakers at all. that is all of the games for today. We've made it through. Good job, Nick. So we'll go ahead and quickly do some housekeeping and recap and head on out. Links are above Nick's head: YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. All of those linked down below. If you guys are interested in becoming a member of the channel, I'm just waiting for hockey plays to go up on the site. And then once that happens, I will post out our card for today for members only. $5.99 a month, 16 cents a day. If you guys are interested in jumping on that. Recap for me. For the NHL, I like the Jets on the puck line. And I kind of like the Calgary Flames tonight. I think Seattle wins outright versus the Eagles. And then for the NBA, we're going over in the Indiana game. Miami, Atlanta. I guess Utah at this point, and the Knicks. Nick?
Yeah, I'm rocking with the under in the Winnipeg game and the Florida Panthers. I am on the under 45 in the NFL game, and I'm going to be on some dogs in the NBA. Rockets, Pacers, Hornets, Mavericks, Knicks are the 5 dogs that kind of checked into my likings there.
Remember, everyone, Minnesota Wild. Draw on the Minnesota Wild game. That's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We'll be back tomorrow with another one. Peace out, guys.